The day Arun Jaitley promised the reforms juggernaut would not be hampered. Jaitley said he's ready to sit across the table and talk to any Congress leader to help pass the GST in the Rajya Sabha. Not just that, he asked Nitish Kumar to help pass the GST as it would help consuming states like Bihar.
One of the assumptions which we made, and many others in the media, including the pollsters, were making, was there is an electoral chemistry which is different from arithmetic. The developmental agenda will take over, and hence for them to transfer vote of conflicting parties to each other may not be easy. That did not happen. I think the index of their unity in terms of transferability of the vote was very high.
Contention from the other side was the fact that you put the rates in the Constitution Amendment Bill, which is not feasible at all. And the second was on the manufacturing tax. Is there any further space now available for further negotiation on any of these two aspects? I think the first one stands ruled out. What about the manufacturing tax? Because that again, sir, you've taken a decision of talking to states.
We can always discuss those issues if they have a suggestion. Because I am for a GST with a proper architecture, not for a GST with a defective architecture. So if there is any suggestion in the direction of strengthening GST and its architecture, I'm certainly open to that.
So we are all Diwali time and we have the cess coming in now at this point in time. In fact, the expectation was this, that since half the fiscal is already over, probably there was no requirement for this half percent
I'll tell you,
cess.
It's required because there is a pressure on public finances. Don't forget one fact, that today we are reaching a high growth figure, or a reasonably high growth figure, essentially on the strength of public investment and FDI. I had in the budget said, which was approved by Parliament, that the Swachh Bharat cess can be up to 2%. We've only imposed 0.5%. We have no intention of increasing it.
But you also increased excise in petrol by ₹60 per liter, and marginally on diesel. What do you plan to do with these funds, and what was the requirement to do it? This is the fifth hike, and
see, I'll tell you,
this may be price neutral. If I may just complete my question,
no,
but the point is,
this is price neutral. It doesn't go on to the consumer.
But we will not get the benefit of lower prices.
You see, the benefit of lower oil prices is being split three ways. First, a large chunk of it goes to the consumers. So several times the prices have gone down. Two, a lot of it is going into infrastructure. So how are the rural roads being built? How are the highways being built? These are also being built for the people who drive their vehicles on those cars. So those who use the diesel and petrol are the ones who drive their vehicles on those roads. And therefore you need the roads. So part of it is going for the roads. A large part of it has already gone to the consumers, and a very small part of it has gone because oil companies in future purchases had lost. They buy at $80 and sell at $60. So it's covered up their losses. So that's a legitimate expenditure. So it's really been divided three ways. It's not that the government has pocketed the money for some extraneous purpose. It's been done for those who drive vehicles.
As the finance minister, allaying any fears that investors may have after that verdict that came out of Bihar. You just heard what he said. The government can't afford to cut down on expenditure. So where is all of this money going to come from? Given the fact that this investment pipeline is looking like it's under threat, is perhaps going to come from indirect tax collections. On a day when the finance minister admitted the exchequer's finances are under strain, indirect tax